Hey guys, Joe Eves here. Got another tutorial. This one's more of a follow-up to the tutorial on the After Effects and creating the lot line adjustment using Mocha AE. I have a question here from SJ Owens that's asking, from the endpoint of the tutorial, how do I render that out? So in this tutorial, I'm going to show you how to render out the project once you've created your motion tracking and you've got your lines and you have everything ready to go. What's the best steps in rendering that file and that project out? So stick around, you're gonna like this one as well. Okay guys, here we go. So what you're gonna see is I have my project here. I'm ready to render it out. I've got a couple different compositions, and if you see, I've got a composition here for my call out. I have a null object for tracking for this call out, and I also have an outline, and if you see, you can see I have Mocha. I've done everything that I've showed you guys how to do in the tutorial, other than I've added another layer and changed the hue and saturation. But anyway, you can see that I have this whole project pretty much ready to go. I'm happy with it, everything looks good. So you can see I got a bunch of these layers. So the first thing that you're going to do is you're going to go ahead and highlight all of the layers, and you're going to go to Layer, Pre-Compose, and then on this you can call it Final Comp, Final Video, Final Add, whatever you want to do. So you're going to click on Move All Attributes into New Composition. And if you wanted to adjust the time span or open up the new comp, I'm just going to put Final Comp, and there you go. Now I have taken that video and I've added it to one composition called Final Comp. Now what I'm going to do is, now that I have that done, I'm going to render this out. So I'm going to go to Composition, Add to Media Encoder. I could do Add to Render Queue, but that will make the file huge because it's just going to export right out of After Effects. I want it to be a small file size, and I want to adjust it. So I'm going to do Add to Media Encoder, and it's going to pop up Media Encoder. So you can see here it is. Here's everything that you're going to do. Now what I do is I just click on this H.624, and I'm going to look at some of the settings and see if I want to tweak it a little bit or change it, which you're going to want to do because that way you can make sure that you make the file size smaller. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to rename this. So instead of Lot 52 Outline, I'm going to call it Final Comp, actually Final Add 52. Just so that I know what it is. And then I'm going to make sure that it says MP4. I'm going to go ahead and hit save. So now you can see my output name is Final Add 52. I want to make sure that the format is H.264 match source. And then what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to go into, you have effects, but I'm going to go into actual video, scroll down just a little bit and hit render at maximum depth. And then I'm going to scroll down a little bit more, and I'm going to make sure that my bitrate encoding is 2 passes, and you can see I'm going to keep it a little, I'll probably go a little bigger than that, maybe like 14-ish. That'll make my file size 29 megabytes. If I were to take this and go directly from After Effects, the file size would probably be over a gig. It would be massive. So now the other thing is you can look at the scale, make sure, so this is 4K, I'm going to keep that the same, that's fine. I could scale it down, but I'm not going to worry about that. So I've got all that done that I need to do, and then I'm going to hit use maximum render work quality, and I'm going to hit OK. Then I'm just going to make sure I know where it's going to go in my output. So you've got it right there. Go ahead and save, and then I'm just going to click encode. And what it's going to do is it's going to go through this whole file in 4K, and it's going to export. So it may take a little bit of time. This is saying it's going to take 6 minutes. Probably go a little faster than that, but I'm not going to have you guys wait for that whole thing. Okay, now that it's done rendering, you can go ahead and click on output file and it will pull up the video, and I just double clicked and we'll go ahead and play it to see how it turned out. But as you can see, it looks exactly like I wanted on my file. So I'm super happy with this, and that is how you export the motion tracking and all the effects that you do on that. And that's how you do it. Thanks again, guys, for watching, and remember, if you like what I'm doing, go ahead and give me a thumbs up and consider subscribing. Also, if you have any questions, please comment below. I'd love to help you out.